The Wazir's 2 months. In the vibrant, prosperous kingdom of Asmar, where markets overflowed with silk and spice, 3 trusted wazirs advised the young, earnest King Kamran. Wazir Zaki, the cleverest of them all, was a man whose wisdom was as clear and bright as the desert sun. But the other 2, Wazir Tarek and Wazir Rafi, were heavy with a bitter, corrosive jealousy. One sun-drenched morning, Tarek and Rafi entered the court with an exaggerated sorrow clouding their faces. They bowed low, their voices shaking with feigned grief. "Your Majesty," Tarek whispered dramatically, "we shared the same terrible, soul-chilling dream. Your noble, departed father has called for our esteemed colleague Zaki to join him in the realm of spirits." King Kamran was immediately heartbroken, his youthful face etched with sincere grief, believing this message was a command from the grave. He reluctantly ordered Wazir Zaki to prepare for his final, solemn journey. Zaki, whose mind instantly unraveled the wicked trick, showed no flicker of fear, only a deep, thoughtful calm. "Your Majesty," Zaki requested, his voice steady and respectful, "I only ask for 2 months' time. I must settle my affairs, distribute my worldly goods, and say my final, dignified goodbyes to my family and friends. Then I will gladly follow your father's call." The king, sighing a deep sigh of relief for the small reprieve, granted the time immediately. During those precious 2 months, Wazir Zaki spent every night in the small, abandoned ceremonial chamber, a space thick with dust and shadow. With the help of his single, loyal servant, Amir, he secretly and tirelessly dug a long, narrow tunnel leading to a forgotten well just outside the city walls. They worked by the whispered light of a single lamp. When the final day arrived, Wazir Zaki was led to the chamber door. He paused, offered a peaceful, genuine smile to the onlookers, whispered his final farewells, and stepped inside. The heavy, iron-bound door was sealed with a terrible final thud, and Tarek and Rafi exchanged smug, silent looks of wicked triumph. Of course, Zaki did not stay. He descended into the dark tunnel and, a short while later, emerged, dusty but completely free, by the mossy stones of the old well. He donned the simple clothes he had hidden, traveled far across the hills, learned new wisdom, and patiently waited for the silence of his absence to settle over Asmar like fine dust. 6 months later, a wiser, healthier, and even more polished Wazir Zaki stood suddenly before a startled King Kamran. The king, overcome with shock and joy, rose from his seat, throwing his hands up. "Zaki, you have returned from the grave. How is my father? Tell me everything." Zaki bowed low, a look of profound respect on his face. "Your Majesty," Zaki said, his eyes sparkling with a subtle, delicious mischief, "your noble father is well, and he has a new, urgent message for you. He says that the 2 months you granted were more than enough time for me to settle my affairs and reach him." "Now," Zaki announced, his voice suddenly ringing through the court, "he has called for Wazir Tarek and Wazir Rafi to join him immediately. He says 2 minutes will be enough to settle their paltry affairs." The king's eyes widened, and he understood everything in a flash of clarity. Moral: those who dig a wicked pit for others often fall into a deeper one themselves.